What is going on, everybody? I am here with some more Outlast. Last time, we saw Father Martin's crucifixion, I guess you could say, by one-upping Jesus Christ and then burning himself alive in the process, and also telling us that to escape and reveal the truth. We were so close to actually getting out, but then it looks like Father Martin has lied to us and decided to bring us here to the underground labs, as we can see, and not getting out, but finding the truth about this horrible place. As you can see there's the exit, the freedom, the smell of the fresh air. It smells so good, but it's in the other side of this wall. So we need to find a way out of there. We need to find a way to get out of there. And also, we've encountered the Wall Rider, but then Chris Walker in the process. But then the Wall Rider actually killed him. But now in this, so now we are going to find another way out of here. Yeah, it looks like we can't enter back through here. So it looks like we gotta find another way. Find Billy in the main laboratory. Interesting. Does he have anything more to say or no? Besides these soldiers here. Oh, and there's a broken assault rifle. Damn it. Oh, that's kind of. I just noticed. We we make bloody tracks. He doesn't. Miles doesn't write his notes here. I guess not. Okay, so now we have one more thing we have to do before hopefully we escape. And that is to murder Billy. Stop him. Do we have to enter through here? No. We still can't enter through there. So that's it. So it looks like we gotta find another way. Nothing around here. This has nothing but just a blood everywhere. Yep, nothing but just dead bodies and blood everywhere. Yeah, no documents or nothing? I guess not. Nope. I still need to find batteries. I haven't found any batteries everywhere, anywhere. Well, it's coming. Well, actually, it's coming towards the end of the game still. So I guess they made you to believe that. There he is. Ouch. Serpentine. Serpentine. But we can't close the doors because this guy's is a freaking human. Oh my god. Go through, go through. He's still chasing after us. Run away, run, 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 run. Okay, we serpentined around him. We got another document. Now what does this say? Gods and Monsters. Note to all personnel from Counselor MM008, Rudolph Winnicke. I do not worship the swarm, nor allow the delusions of the patients to influence your beliefs. Any sentient being based on its technology will be so far superior to us that illusions of godlessness will be reasonable. We have always looked into chaos and called it God. We now are blessed with significant power that such belief could destroy us. We do not be tempted. Remember that you are scientists. So basically, the Murkoff Corporation was just was trying to play God, but then it backfired. The assembler, the feed chambers, the prosecutor molecules. Vaguer, vaguer memories of nanotechnology articles I read online, probably drunk. Probably distracted, not nearly enough to know how to destroy it, but Billy is in the center of it. Find him, kill him, end this. Yeah, so as I said, that the Murkoff Corporation was trying to play God, but then it backfired significantly. And then now the entire corporation, well, most of the entire corporation of Murkoff is now dead. Well, its staff and all of its staff and its workers, but probably not the higher ups themselves. They knew this will happen, so they probably created a safe way to not get themselves in the way. From Billy's patient reports, he ought to be 23 years old. He looks like at least 50 years old. He looks like 50 years of rough road pain scratched deep into what I can see. Killing you would not be an act of kindness. Rather be a kind of self, well, not, I wouldn't say self, but just trying to stay alive and destroy you. Picked up that battery. That one's locked. So we have to shut down this whole engine. There's the patient cells. So we gotta. What did he say? This is Billy's. This is Billy Hope's lungs, his liver, his life, his life support. A machine size of a football stadium to keep a lunatic alive. Fuck it all, break it all. He has to die. So all this is what's keeping him alive. So we have to shut it down. So if we kill Billy, we will also kill the wall rider in the process. Another document here. A modern Prometheus. Is that what it said? Yeah, the modern Prometheus. From the personal records of Dr. Winokur, Frankenstein. Modern Prometheus. So he's just taking this off a book. Learn from me, if not by the proceeds, at least by my example, how dangerous is the acquirement of knowledge, and how much happier the modest man than he would aspire to become greater than his natural that his nature allows. I was gonna say natural. I need a password of some kind. Oh, here we go. We gotta turn off these. I mean, a valve right here. It says here, do not turn off valve, but we did. Cut off the electrical supply from the sub-lab. Where is he? I hear him. Oh. 1 foot! He's coming, he's chasing after us. 1 miles, run! We can't shut the door, because then the wall rider goes through walls. He's not following us. Up in the stairs. I've always kept looking back, but I don't see the wall rider anywhere. Oh my god, we gotta climb up all these stairs. Jesus Christ. Jump for it! Oh my god, he's right there. Run for it. He's right there. He's gonna chase after us. Ouch. Jesus Christ. He literally hurt me while I was I was going into that chamber thing. Disable Billy's life support. What is another document here? Let's read through that. Permissions to proceed. Please find attached the permission to proceed form for patient William Hope of the Murkoff Charitable Psychiatrically Program on Mount Massive Asylum in Colorado, USA. The form is standard and all relevant lines have been signed. It appears Billy's is unaware of his mother's recent guided cardiac arrest. He is submitting to the experiment with the understanding unfounded of financial renumberization to his mother and the charitable contribution to her church. Winokur having the boy's dream reports believe he has enormous therapeutic potential. So now we know about how Billy came to Mount Massive Asylum in the beginning, which was to which from his mother. I need to reload. Jump for it! Run for it! Okay, run for it. He's chasing after us. Billy is dead. The Wall Rider, the Swarm, whatever is unmade by him, whether I escape or die here, I am free. We missed this other document here. Let's read what it says first. The morphogenic engine chamber precautions to avoid patient injury. The morphogenic engine life pod requires a daily inspection of all vital systems. I just talked about the vital systems and stuff. Now since we got Billy has almost murdered us. We could barely move. Come on, Miles. You can make it. We're almost there. Come on, just a little bit further. We're this close to freedom. No, you can't. You can't die. Come on, you survived this far.
Becomes a host. Jesus God, what is that thing?
And that is Outlast, one of the a great horror game if I do say so myself. A lot of people again have not praised this game much, but they don't know good horror games where they see it. A great game. I actually do like it. If you're into a lot of horror games and background story, this is it. This won't crack it. This won't reach that level of good story. It does have a good story, but not to the point where it like grabs the player, which not really, in my opinion, not that great, but it's a good horror game nonetheless. I actually do like it. I've played it numerous times before. This is actually my fifth time playing it, so I knew my ins and outs of the game so far, even though I haven't caught none of the collectibles, but I have to do that in some point. But it doesn't show in the in game. You only get an achievement out of it, which I don't really like to go for achievements that much, but I don't really like to do that. But anyway, but the game so far I actually do like it. I really like it a lot. The sequel of the game, Outlast 2, that I have said in the beginning of this series is I give it a so-so. But we'll get to that in the future, because obviously I do have plans on recording it, because I've played it in my own time, and we'll get through my opinions of the sequel when we get to it sometime in the future. But for now, the first game is actually the best. I highly recommend you playing it if you're actually into horror games. Now, even though this horror game does not have a lot of jump scares like all all horror games do, this one has a few jump scares. Of course, the creepy atmosphere of the setting that you're in is in an asylum, and it's been taken over by the insane. So I actually do like that. You do have to be careful when going around playing this game. Be careful with the inmates. When they're chasing you, for example, like the twins, they were chasing us for a little bit, significant amount, and including Chris Walker. He was chasing us through no end, and including the Wall Rider. The Wall Rider sometimes, but not all the time. But it was mainly Chris Walker that was chasing after us and stuff like that. But But the one thing I actually do kind of criticize about Outlast is the voice acting. Even though there were voice actors in this game, but they only had barely any dialogue. For example, like with Sean, I forgot what's his last name, but Sean, the one that plays the main character, didn't really have that much dialogue. He only made some grunting noises, some panic noises, some all those noises, which kind of threw me off. That one I didn't like, because if I was a voice actor, I wouldn't want to just be there and just do some to do some grunting and some panic noises like I'm in a porn video. That's not what I wanted to do. I think that'd just be really awkward for me if I just kept doing that for the entire time of me recording if I was a voice actor. But luckily, in the sequel, in Outlast 2, they actually, I guess they realized it and put actual voice actors in the sequel. But still, not a bad game. It's not a bad game of Outlast. It's actually pretty good, like I said, with the setting of where it takes place, and you are investigative reporter, which not a lot of games actually do that, which not a lot of horror games actually do when it comes to you just being a normal person, rather it be someone you're trying to rescue, or in this case, in Outlast, if you're an investigative reporter trying to find out the secrets between a corporation or what's going on in an asylum or what's going on in the corporation and things like that, and where you can't the choices when playing games like this is to either run, hide, or just die, which is, I believe they did it good in this game, where you're not a fighter, you don't find guns, you don't find weapons to defend yourself when encountering all the patients. For some of the patients like Dr. Traeger or Chris Walker, or some of the small variants, so some of the small inmates that we encounter, including the twins. You don't defend yourself finding weapons and other things like that. You just hide from them and try to get past them stealthily, which I do like. They actually did it very good. I wouldn't say they did 100% good, but they actually did a good. They actually made situations where you always 100% have to sneak by them, so you won't get caught. So actually, I do praise Red Barrel Studios for actually doing that. But in the second game, don't get me started with the second game. But like I said, when we get to the sequel, I'll give my full opinions on it. Because trust me, I have a lot to say with the sequel of this game. But anyway, that is my opinion of Outlast. I highly recommend picking it up if you're into a lot of horror games like I am. I'm into a lot of horror games, rather either good or bad, AAA or indie. Like Outlast is a indie developed game, and that is it for the main story. Now we still have one more to go, which is the DLC, which is Whistleblower. That is the one more DLC. That is the one more based campaign that ties in to the main game that we just played. Just to give a little bit of a hint. So yeah, it does tie in to the main game. It is a prequel. Well, I wouldn't say. Would I say it's a kind of a prequel? But just to give a little bit of a tease or a hint, the Whistleblower DLC does lead up to the events of the main game. Because remember, in the first episode, we read a document saying that a whistleblower, an unnamed source, that works in the Murkoff Corporation leaked out some. I wouldn't say, yeah, leaked out some little bit information of what the Murkoff Corporation has been doing in Master Asylum. And then that's when Miles Upshur and came in, and that's when the whole story began. So, like I said, it leads up to the events of the main game. So that is what we're going to be doing in the next episode. So next time on Outlast, we're going to be continuing on and do the DLC. Until next time.